Why do most people work an entire month and still end up with nothing left at the end? Think about it. You wake up early, go to work, give your best, and yet, when the bills are paid and the card is swiped, there's barely enough to breathe. The question isn't how much you make. It's how you think about money. Because the truth is, financial freedom doesn't start with numbers. It starts with mindset. For years, I believed that more income would fix everything. I chased promotions, side hustles, anything to earn a bit more. But somehow, my bank account kept telling the same story. You're still broke. It wasn't until I hit my lowest point, juggling debts, late payments, and that constant anxiety of checking my balance, that I realized the real problem wasn't out there. It was in here. The day everything changed was the day I stopped asking, "How can I make more?" and started asking, "How can I make what I have work for me?" That shift, that tiny mental switch, was the beginning of freedom. And that's what this video is about. I'm going to show you how to flip that same switch. You don't need to be rich or lucky or a finance expert. You just need a new way to see money. A system so simple that it works automatically. By the end of this journey, you'll understand how any income, big or small, can become a tool for independence, and how financial calm is not a dream. It's a skill anyone can build. Understanding the real problem. Let's be honest, most people don't have a money problem. They have a mindset problem. We grow up hearing the same advice. Work hard, pay your bills, and try to save what's left. But that's exactly where the trap begins. Because when you try to save what's left, there's never anything left. Picture this. Your paycheck hits your account. You feel relief, finally a chance to breathe. Then come the bills, the rent, the groceries, the quick takeout, the unexpected expense. And before you even notice, the balance has vanished. Again. You tell yourself, next month will be different. But it isn't. Because the system you're using, the one everyone uses, was built on scarcity. It teaches you to survive, not to grow. And that scarcity creates emotional debt. You start dreading payday because it's just another reminder that you're running in circles. You avoid checking your bank app because you already know what's there. You feel guilty for every small pleasure. A coffee, a movie, a night out, because somewhere deep down, you believe money is something that slips away, not something you can control. But here's the twist. It's not your fault. The world never taught you to think like an investor, even if you're not one. No one explained that financial freedom doesn't start when you earn more. It starts when you decide that your money will have a purpose. Once you stop trying to make money last and start telling it where to go, everything changes. And that's exactly what we'll do next. I'll show you the simple mental framework that turns chaos into clarity and scarcity into strategy. Now that we've uncovered the real problem, let's talk about the solution. And it's not complicated spreadsheets, extreme frugality, or quitting your morning coffee. In this video, I'll walk you through 10 practical keys to transform the way you think, feel, and act with money. 10 small shifts that, together, can completely change your financial story. You don't need to be a math genius. You don't even need to make a lot of money. What you do need is a new mental system. One that makes saving and growing money feel natural, not forced. Here's the secret. People who reach financial freedom don't necessarily earn more. They just think differently. They follow a set of principles that make every dollar work with intention, not guilt. Over the next chapters, you'll learn how to rewire your mindset to make saving automatic, not a struggle. Use the simple 3-bucket method to give every dollar a purpose. Build the habit of paying yourself first, and why that changes everything. Track your money without turning it into a chore. Plug the tiny leaks that silently steal your freedom. Turn spending into investing. And most importantly, create a system so smooth that your wealth grows, even when you're not thinking about it. Because at the end of this journey, you'll realize something powerful. Saving money isn't about sacrifice. It's about freedom. Freedom to choose how you live, where you work, and who you become. And it all starts with the first key, the mindset shift that flips your entire relationship with money. 1. The mindset shift. Everything starts here. Most people save only if something's left at the end of the month. But those who build freedom do the opposite. They save first and live on what remains. It's not about being strict. It's about setting priorities. When you decide that saving isn't optional, you stop waiting for freedom to happen someday. You start building it today. Ask yourself, if I treated my future self like a bill I must pay every month, how different would my life look in a year? 2. The 3-bucket method. Forget complicated budgets. Think in 3 simple buckets. Needs. Essentials that keep your life running. Goals. Short and mid-term dreams like trips, education, or buying something meaningful. Freedom. The investments and savings that buy your time back. When every dollar has a home, chaos turns into clarity. You're not just managing money, you're designing your life. 3. Pay yourself. First, this is the cornerstone habit. The moment your income arrives, take a small percentage, even 5%, and move it to your freedom bucket automatically. You'll be amazed how quickly you adapt to living on the rest. Over time, you can increase that percentage. The goal isn't to save what's left, but to spend what's left after saving. 4. Track without stress. You don't need a finance degree to know where your money goes. Use a simple app or note down expenses once a week. The point isn't perfection, it's awareness. When you see the truth, you take control. The first time you track your spending honestly, you'll realize that money isn't disappearing. It's being directed, sometimes carelessly. 5. The power of microeconomies. It's not the big purchases that drain us. It's the silent leaks. The daily coffee, the unused subscription, the impulse buys just because. Each one feels harmless, but together they steal your future freedom. Spot them. Fix them. Redirect that flow to your freedom bucket and watch your progress compound. 6. Turn spending into investing. Here's a mindset shift most never learn. Every expense is either a tool or a trap. A tool creates value. It teaches, supports, or multiplies your income. A trap only satisfies a moment. Start asking, what does this purchase give back to me? That question alone will save you more than any budgeting app ever could. 7. Create extra income, the smart way. You don't need to burn out chasing side hustles. The secret is alignment. Choose something that adds value and fits your rhythm. Freelancing, teaching a skill, selling something you love. Small streams matter. Even $100 a month invested consistently can change your financial trajectory. 8. Intelligent frugality. Frugality isn't deprivation, it's efficiency. It's choosing quality over quantity, time over trend. You don't have to live small to live smart. True wealth is having enough and knowing it. 9. Automate the habit. Freedom grows when you remove decision fatigue. Set up automatic transfers to savings and investments right after payday. The less you rely on willpower, the more consistent you become. Automation turns discipline into default. 10. The invisible reward. The real payoff isn't in your bank balance, it's in your peace of mind. Waking up without the constant worry of, what if? It's knowing your money is quietly working for you while you focus on what really matters. That's the essence of freedom: control, calm, and choice. And when you live by these 10 principles, you'll notice something subtle but powerful. Money stops being a source of stress and starts becoming a source of strength. Take a breath. You've just learned 10 keys that can completely reshape your financial life. But before you rush to apply them all at once, let's pause and reflect, because this is where transformation truly begins. Prosperity isn't about how much you earn. It's about how much you keep and how intentionally you direct it. Think of your money like water. If you don't give it a path, it seeps away quietly. But when you channel it with purpose, even a small stream becomes a river that fuels your dreams. You see, the real power of wealth isn't the stuff it buys. It's the time it gives back. Time to breathe. Time to choose. Time to live life on your terms. That's why I always say, whoever masters their money, masters their time. And it doesn't happen overnight. Building freedom is less like winning the lottery and more like planting a tree. At first, it's slow, invisible. But one day, you look up and realize that your roots are strong, your branches wide, and your life feels lighter than ever. So, as you go forward, remember this: the discipline you practice today is not a punishment. It's a gift to your future self. Every dollar you save, every decision you make with intention, is a brick in the foundation of your independence. Close your eyes for a second and imagine it. The day money stops being a worry and becomes your ally. That peace, that quiet confidence, that's freedom. And now, it's time to invite others to walk this same path with you. Now it's your turn. You've just learned the mindset, the method, and the small habits that can lead to true financial freedom. But knowledge only matters when it turns into action. So, I want to hear from you. Which of the 10 keys are you going to apply today? Maybe it's paying yourself first. Maybe it's cutting that one tiny leak that keeps draining your peace. Or maybe it's finally automating your savings so your future grows without effort. Whatever it is, start small, but start now. Because freedom isn't built by massive leaps. It's built by consistent steps, simple, repeatable, intentional. If this video opened your eyes, let's keep building together. Hit the like button so more people can find this message. Subscribe to the channel if you want to keep learning how to make money your ally, not your enemy. Every week, we'll go deeper, simplifying finance, mindset, and habits that lead to real independence. Remember, the comment you leave today might inspire someone else to start their own journey toward financial peace. You're not alone in this. We're a community of people rewriting our stories, one smart decision at a time. And, to close it all, there's one final idea I want to leave you with, a thought that ties everything together. Saving money isn't about having more, it's about having control. It's about being able to pause, breathe, and choose your next move without fear or pressure. Because in the end, freedom isn't a number in your account. It's a feeling. It's waking up without the constant worry of, what if? It's the calm that comes when you realize your money is no longer running your life. You are. So let this be your reminder. Every habit you build, every mindful decision, every bit of consistency, they're not sacrifices. They're steps toward peace. You don't have to overhaul your life overnight. Just focus on one change, one habit, one new mindset at a time. That's how true transformation happens. Quietly, consistently, powerfully. And as you walk this path, keep this phrase close to your heart. Freedom isn't bought, it's built. One habit at a time. Thank you for being here, for for choosing growth over comfort, and for taking the first real step toward your own financial independence. Your journey to freedom has already begun.